J. Edgar Hoover, FBI, that said that Martin Luther King Jr. and Bayard Rustin, the communist, openly gay, right-hand man of King, were involved in a sexual relationship. In the Netflix movie about Bayard Rustin, produced by Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, they talk about this incident where Adam Clayton Powell calls Martin Luther King Jr. and says, if you march against the Democratic National Convention, I'm going to put out this information that you and Adam Clayton Powell, that you and Bayard Rustin have a sexual relationship. And you know what happened? King didn't march. The same Dr. King that had stared down water hoses, dogs, Bull Connor, all these other folks. When Adam Clayton Powell said I had this information, A. Philip Randolph said, well, you know, tell him to go to hell. He can't have information about something that didn't happen, can he? And then Adam Clayton Powell said he wanted Bayard Rustin to be fired. You know what happened? Bayard Rustin resigned. King hired him back later. Oh, but he had to resign. Now, y'all tell me something. Why did Adam Clayton Powell get such a response from Martin Luther King Jr. if he didn't have any evidence? I mean, if somebody called me today and said, hey, Vince, if you don't do this and do that, we're going to put out information that you had a homosexual relationship with so-and-so, so-and-so. I'm like, I don't care. That's a lie. You don't have any information like that on me? Shoot away. Matter of fact, that's what 99.9% of us would have said. Man, we'd have started laughing. King gave in. Adam Clayton Powell sent a girl to King with the information, showed him what he had. King backed down. Those are just the facts, y'all. David Garrow writes about it in his book. In the Rustin movie, it is depicted, and Garrow kind of depicts it too, that it wasn't true and that MLK just kind of succumbed to the threat and the pressure because of his homophobia or whatever. But these two situations are depicted. It come one in Garrow's book and one in Rustin. So watch the movie, come up with your own conclusion. Now, that's one. And again, you got a black preacher, Adam Clayton Powell, telling Martin Luther King Jr., I got information that you and Bayard Rustin was getting down with the get down. Y'all was doing the dirty. Bayard Rustin was openly gay, and Bayard Rustin had gotten arrested earlier in his life and been put in jail for having sex with two young white men in a parked car. He went to jail for it. He had to, I think Gavin Newsom pardoned him posthumously. And Barack Obama ended up giving Rustin the Presidential Gold Medal because, like Barack Obama, Bayard Rustin was a communist. And like Barack Obama, allegedly, I don't know if Barack is gay. I can't say that. I ain't going that far with it. But I do know that he's all involved in the LGBTQ and all this kind of stuff. So he gave Bayard Rustin a pardon. Anyway, that's one. Stick a pin in that. Adam Clayton Powell said, King, Bayard Rustin, getting down with the get down. Adam Clayton Powell, two sources, Rustin the movie, Bearing the Cross, David Garrow. Those are my receipts. Check them for yourself. All right. Then we got Carl T. Rowan. Carl Rowan. Now, Carl Rowan was an interesting guy. He was a mover and shaker in D.C. I'm going to read you what they say about him in Wikipedia. He's born August 11th, 1925, died September 23rd, 2000. He was a prominent American journalist, author, government official who published columns syndicated across the U.S. and was at one point the highest ranking African American in the United States government. That nigga ran something, didn't he? The highest ranking African American in the United States government. That was Carl Rowan. All right now, I'm just kind of tell you something. You got a congressman, black congressman that is a Baptist minister preacher from one of the most prominent churches in America saying King is gay. Now you got at one time the highest ranking African American in government. What did Carl Rowan say? Okay. Carl Rowan wrote in a book called Breaking Barriers, 1991. Carl Rowan said, because, Carl was hooked up with everybody. Carl said, and he called this congressman's name. Carl Rowan said that congressman told him that he had heard FBI tapes of Ralph Abernathy and Martin Luther King together. And that, oh man, I don't even feel like telling y'all this. This even hurt me. But the truth has to come out. Anyway, Carl Rowan said on the FBI tape, Martin Luther King Jr. asked Ralph Abernathy to do a sex act on him. I'm not going to get too graphic with this. And that Abernathy did it. That's what Carl Rowan said. Yeah. It's in this book called Breaking Barriers, written in 1991. So Rowan, why is this important? Why is this important? Okay. Black people are in a bad shape in America. We are beyond our rate of replacement. We're dying as a people. A whole generation of black people were destroyed with Joe Biden and Bill Clinton locked them up in the 90s, and we're feeling the results of it right now. LGBTQ has taken over our young to a point where we don't reproduce ourselves anymore, and abortion is ravaging the community where we don't have children anymore, don't get married anymore. The quote-unquote black church has become apostate, where these jokers right now are even preaching about that abortion and LGBTQ is correct, gay marriage and everything. It's crazy. And a man like me looks at this and say, where did we go wrong? Well, it's almost like you got a doctor and you go to him and you start getting exponentially worse and worse and worse until somebody in the family stops and says, what's your doctor's name? This is Dr. John Smith. Let's do a background check on this guy first. That's the first thing we're going to do. See if he knows what he's doing. And you go and look at this guy's background check and you find out this guy his degree is fake. His license has been took. He's kicked out of the Doctors Association. He's been fired from hospitals all over the country. He's a quack. He's a pervert. And then you say, well, I found the reason why, mama, why you're sick, why you can't get well. Your doctor's no good. Your doctor lied about himself. God, everything about him, it's not true. The guy doesn't know what he's doing. Everything about him is a lie. Well, that's what I did with Martin Luther King Jr. I did a background check on him. And everything that I thought about him, being a doctor, being a Christian, being a minister, being a man of God, I thought all of this was not true. And then you said, well, now I understand why. We're in such bad shape. We've been running behind a liar, a buffoon, a pervert, a traitor. Jesus said, a tree is known by the fruit it bears. How do you know a false prophet? Look at his fruit. All right, friends, Vince Everett Ellison is here. I want you to go to my website. And on my website, you're going to see a lot of great stuff, man. You're going to see that we got t-shirts, we got caps. You got my books, my documentaries. You got all kinds of stuff on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Go there. We're dropping new t-shirts. We're dropping new merchandise. My new book, The End of Tolerance, is there. The End of Tolerance. Make sure you get it. Make it #1. If you got my first 3, get The End of Tolerance. It's just as good. And it's telling us we have to end our tolerance with these leftists, these Democrats. You no longer allow them to sexually groom our children. We can no longer allow them to castrate little boys and call them little girls, run God out of the public square, take away our guns, take away our sovereignty. No longer allow it. So go on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. That is VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Hit merchandise. You'll see the t-shirts. You'll see the caps. You'll see the books. You'll see the documentaries. You'll see it all. And let's keep this ball rolling. God bless you.